What's up, everybody? This is Jackhammer2711 coming to you today with yet another video review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Avengers Wave Odin Allfather Build-A-Figure Wave Scarlet Witch. Here we have Scarlet Witch out of the packaging already. As I said before, the packaging is pretty plain. If you've seen the Marvel Legends packaging before, you know what you're getting. With the logos and whatnot, and the pictures of the characters on the side. But here she is out of her packaging already. This is a really nice action figure. An absolute improvement over the original that was released by Toy Biz back in the day. You know, Hasbro really seems to have gotten the female figure sculpt down with that last female buck that they did. And it's a great thing that they can use for female figures, and they've used it here again on the Scarlet Witch. This is, of course, Scarlet Witch in her classic costume. She came packaged with a couple accessories, which you see around her wrists right there. She's got these kind of hex effects that fit over either one of her wrists. She also came packaged with the Build-A-Figure pieces, which were the head and cape for the Odin Build-A-Figure. Of course, she does have a counterpart in this wave, which is Captain Marvel. And Captain Marvel comes packaged with the head and cape for the Thor Allfather Build-A-Figure. But as you can see here, Scarlet Witch in her classic costume, looking really cool, really nice. As far as female action figures go, very, at the risk of sounding creepy, sexy. I mean, this is a nice, well done female action figure sculpt. The one complaint I have about this figure, and I'm just assuming Hasbro was thinking maybe, okay, we packaged her with the cape, so it won't be such a big deal. Just take a look at her feet. I haven't been able to get her to stand without the use of her cape at all. Which it's not so bad, because as you see, as I have her posed here, that cape does allow her to stand up and be posed very dynamically. But that's might be a kind of a minor nitpick for some people. But just taking a closer look at her, very beautiful face sculpt. Absolutely wonderfully done. Of course, you see the Scarlet Witch there with her iconic tiara on across the front there. Classically depicted, sort of, I always pictured as a redhead. This hair sculpt, while very nice, really looks more kind of brunette or brown to me. But it has some nice shading in there to really bring out the sculpt and really make the hair look nice. The sculpting detail on it is fantastic. You know, and she does have this cape that is draped around her neck here. The sculpt of the cape is great. I mean, just looking at the back of it, you know, it's kind of low slung there on her back, but just the sculpt of the cape is fantastic. And it's painted in red, kind of a darker red, and it has a nice wash over it. It doesn't really make it look dirty. It just makes it look darker, and it adds a real depth to the cape that's really nice, I find. Just taking a look at the rest of the figure, her arms are painted, you know, from the mid bicep down, you know, because she is depicted normally wearing gloves, so that's achieved for this action figure just with a paint application, but done really nicely. As I said, it is that female buck that we saw at first with the black cat figure. But I'm just taking a look there. This top piece is a new piece. As you can see, there's some sculpted detail there across the bodice. You know, across her halter there, you can see that sculpted seam, that detail there, and it is sculpted. This isn't just a paint app. The breast piece there is actually sculpted, as you can see. So it's really nice. A really nice job there. And then of course it goes down to that female body piece, and then the bottom there, her thigh high boots, the over these pink stockings, the effect there is achieved just with paint apps. And then, of course, it comes down there to those feet. Like I said, I haven't been able to pose her standing. Let's see if I can get that done here by some miracle, as I'm doing this video, that I haven't been able to get her standing without the use of her cape. It's not going to happen. Not that I'm going to be able to do, at least right here in this video. The cape does make it a little kind of top heavy, sort of, but you can still, even with the cape back there, you can get her in a nice kind of neutral standing pose. You know, you'll have to work with it a little bit to get her feet flat on the ground, but you can pretty much achieve what you want to achieve with this figure as far as posing goes with the use of the cape holding her up. Just taking one more time, a closer look at that head sculpt, which is the most unique piece. Really, really nicely done. She's got green eyes. Her eyes aren't painted in a real weird or derpy way at all. It's done very, very nicely. As you can see here, how they clamp onto her wrist. There is like this clamp that can clamp there. She also has a larger piece there if you're having trouble clamping it on there. But they both clamp in a similar way, these hex bolt effects. Just going over the articulation. The head articulation is a bit hindered by the sculpt, but it can go side to side pretty well. Well, you see there, it's on a ball joint. It pops off. If it pops off, you just got to pop it back on. But it will go side to side a bit. It'll look down about that much. Doesn't look up really at all to speak of because of the hair sculpt. It does have that nice diaphragm joint there that will go all the way around there. And I just knocked off her hex bolt. Let's get those out the way so we can go over this articulation. And of course, because of that diaphragm joint, she can look about that far forward, about that far back. Nicely done there. The cape will hinder the articulation somewhat, but not too bad. You can still get it to go all the way around there at the arm. Arm goes up about that high and then back down. No bicep swivel, but she does have that swivel here at the elbow joint. The elbow joint will go all the way around. You know, you can straighten that up. It'll bend about that high. Single point elbow joint there. She does have a hinge there at the wrist. Allows it to go up and down nicely. All the way around there. Swivel the wrist. Legs go out about that far back in. About that far forward. And about that far back. So nice range of motion there. She does have a swivel there at the upper thigh. Double jointed knees. Hinge there at the ankle. And she does have that pivot at the ankle. So a really nice, really, really great action figure. A fantastic update to a figure that I thought was in sore serious need of an update, being that original Toy Biz Scarlet Witch action figure, which was beautiful as a prototype but ended up looking hideous as an action figure, as did a lot of Toy Biz Marvel Legends of the time. But anyway, this has been my review of the Scarlet Witch Marvel Legends Infinite Series Avengers Wave action figure. As always, guys, comment, rate, share, and subscribe. This has been Jackhammer 2711, and I will catch you guys on the flip side.